The reduction in the staffing costs when we started working with integrated hire were unreal. We saved over a quarter of a million the first year as we ramped up the hires, and half a million the second year. Initially, we started with our billing department, where we saved the first 250,000, and then when we grew our dispatch department, we saved even more. So the numbers don't lie. All of that went straight to our bottom line. And then besides that, again, it's just you get a great team who's happy to be employed and much less headache. As far as where the savings come from, so because we're only paying a flat fee for our remote staff versus in the US, you'd be paying office expenses, taxes, insurance. Pay time off, a whole bunch of additional ancillary benefits, and the cost of managing these people in house when they're coming into the office versus much less needed when they're remote team members, and you have the proper tools set up to manage them. So our primary challenges with the back office before working with integrated hire was really just getting people through the door. It was after COVID. Nobody wanted to come into the office. They'd schedule interviews, not show up. They would come in and say, well, we only want to work part time, or, well, if we're working at home, we want to make our own schedule. And so you can't operate a company like that. It was just becoming very difficult. We had a bunch of workstations that were empty. Out of six, we had only two people in the office. And so we weren't bringing in any money. We really needed to make a change quick, or we'd have to shut down. Initially, I was concerned that we would have people from overseas picking up phones and speaking to clients, but really, they're great. They're very proficient in English. They sound very natural. A lot of them have experience already working with US companies. So it really wasn't an issue. Our clients love speaking to them. They call them and ask specifically to speak to various individuals. So it hasn't hindered us in any way. And with us being in healthcare and EMS, which is kind of like a critical part of life, we haven't had any issues or backlash. So our clients, it's the opposite. They love speaking to them. They love, getting their problem solved by them, because that's the number thing. One thing that our clients are looking for is getting their problem solved. So I was initially concerned that we might have customer care and service quality issues, but that is really not the case. All of our remote team is very committed to making sure our customers are happy with us and with them. So they really do take the extra step to be polite, to be courteous, and to be very helpful, right? The key is to be helpful for our clientele, to solve their problems, not to make more problems. And I feel that everyone integrated hire brings in has that mindset from the beginning. So the biggest issues we faced initially when we started looking for remote team members was that we weren't getting any money through the door because we didn't have the team members to bring the money in. So what's great about integrated hire, they find you individuals who are already experienced in what you need. So if you need someone specifically for collections, they'll find you someone who knows how to find people's addresses, phone numbers. They can skip trace people. If you need someone for invoicing, they have someone who's great, on calls, who can run your books and manage all of that. So they really do try to hear what your needs are and try to find individuals that have experience in those specific tasks. So that's what's helped us the most, because we're getting the right people in the right seat. Factors that influenced me to start working with integrated hire was really I needed to scale my team much quicker. So I, on my own, started looking for individuals to help and to work in our back office, but I really didn't know how to screen them. I wasn't 100% sure how to monitor them to where they're showing up to work. So integrated hire was a great option. They had screen tracking. They really vetted these people before I hired them. They knew the location of where they were living, which made a difference if they had internet connection or not, or good internet or not. So there's a lot of little things that really I wasn't aware of, but they know all the details that helped us, move on to the next step where we can truly scale the team. So if I was making my first hire, I would start with the department that needs the most help that's related to bringing in revenue. So most of the time, that's going to be your invoicing, your accounting department, your collections department. I would really take a look at my process and see, if I bring in one person, what tasks would I get them to do that will bring in the most money through the door? So, advice I would give anyone who's considering a remote team is to do it now. There's nothing to wait for. There's nothing to, I need to set this up before I get going. You just have to get going because it's gonna save you not only hundreds of thousands of dollars, but a lot of headache. And it's not that difficult. I think the issue is that some people just don't know where to start. Integrated Hire will really walk you through the process. They'll be there when you first get your new hire, and they'll be there throughout the process. If for some reason you have to replace them, they will be there as well. So again, there's really no headache, and you will just feel a sigh of relief a few months down the line because you've got a team that's committed, shows up to work, is happy that they're able to have a place that they can generate income from and really commit themselves to the company they're working with. As business owners, we're constantly running around putting out fires with our task list just growing and growing and growing. We think we're going to get to it later. We know we need help, but we keep pushing off getting the help because we're concerned we have to spend time training them. We don't have time for that. We're concerned, are we going to find the right candidate? And so there's all these concerns, and we just keep, putting everything off for hiring until we lose our minds. So really, there's no reason. You just need to start. Just make the first step. Have them find you some individuals. Have integrated hire. Find you some individuals that you can interview, and get going. You will breathe a sigh of relief once this is done. They will start knocking some of those tasks out of the way for you. I mean, will you have to spend a little bit of time training? Yes, but that's much better than you having to do the same reports over and over, or just not getting to things, not getting to your bookkeeping, not getting to invoicing your clients. So I do see a lot of that as business owners. We just keep pushing it off because we don't have time.